ready to eat? You want to eat food?
This is the story of a little dog who lost his ears but found love again in his heart. When Mocha was found, he was walking all alone in the silence of the streets. He had no ears, and a deep scar ran the length of his back. Everyone who saw him asked the same question: who could have done this to such a tiny, innocent creature? Some said he had been forced into fighting. Others thought he was a breeding dog, condemned to give birth to puppies over and over again. But we will never really know. The only thing we knew was that his past was dark, painful, and filled with neglect. The moment I first saw him is still vivid in my mind. Her tiny body was trembling, but there was an unquenchable spark in her eyes. At that moment, a single sentence crossed my mind: this dog's life must change now. When my mother and I entered the shelter, only 2 minutes passed. My mother turned to me with a smile and said, "Where do we sign?" "She's ours now." That was the moment Mocha's fate was rewritten, and that was when it all began. When he first came home, it was as if he had been part of our family for years. He curled up on the couch, took a deep breath, and perhaps felt safe for the first time in his life. But the wounds of his past were not easily erased. Even a loud noise would shatter his heart. One day, I accidentally dropped a box on the floor. She panicked and ran away. Another day, my mother left a bag on the floor, and Mocha didn't come inside for hours. That fear was still hidden in her eyes. Our job was to replace every fear with patience, and every wound with trust. For weeks, Mocha remained silent. Not a bark, not a whimper. It was as if her voice had been taken away. That silence wounded our hearts even more. But one morning, 2 weeks later, we heard that tiny bark. That sound was a miracle for us.
Okay.
It was as if the walls of the whole house glowed with hope, as if the sun had risen again. At that moment, we hugged each other, tears streaming down our faces, because we knew Mocha had begun to break the chains of her fears. Mocha is a strong dog. People look at her muscular body and think she's big. She carries a huge heart in her tiny body, and she bonded most with me. My mom jokingly calls him your shadow because wherever I go, Mocha is there. Even when he's not with me, my hand unconsciously reaches for my phone, I look at his photos, I miss him. The bond between us is like a secret beyond words. After losing our family dog, there was a huge void in our hearts. Mocha stepped into the silence. Maybe it wasn't a coincidence, maybe it was fate. We thought we saved her life, but she actually healed the wounds in our hearts. Thanks to her, we rose from the ashes. Now, every day, I whisper in her ear, "You're safe now." From now on, there's only happiness, only love. Together, we've opened the door to a brand new life, and our journey has only just begun. And rest assured, this time, nothing will ever hurt you, my innocent angel.